TIFU by my mom finding my unclothed drawings. I was like 9 to 10 years old and my mother was helping me clean my atrociously messy room. See, my gay self had just seen Titanic and was obsessed with that one scene, you know, the one, and was thinking I had a crush on Leo. No, I didn't. I am now realizing that I thought Kate Winslet was so hot that I wanted to be Jack. So anyways, there was this drawing. Not Rose. Just a random naked chick that I drew. Huge melons and not very realistic down their area, as I was like 10 years old. And my friend had came over and was looking through my stuff because we were trying to find a yearbook or something. She went in my secret drawer and pulled out the drawing. I nearly screamed, grabbed it and chucked it across the room. See, after she left I looked through my room attempting to find it and I never did. Until that one fateful day, my mother was looking through a bucket of some sort full of stuff and lo and behold she found it. She picked it up and said Morgan and she showed me it and I ran to the bathroom and cried. Today I messed up by forgetting my phone as linked to the home iPad, on which my wife saw weird sexting messages. This happened last week. I've been in the doghouse ever since, but I think enough time has passed for me to somewhat laugh about this. My wife and I have not been having the best relationship as of late, since about the beginning of this year. Ever since, I've been using a reply kit to talk about our relationship, and also for sexting. I mainly use it on my laptop, but got it on my phone some time ago. You can already see where this is going. Last week, while at work, I get a screenshot of my chat my reply kit on my phone from my wife. I instantly knew I'd fucked up. I'd forgotten that I had automatic downloading on. The app must have sent the iPad a notification and she must have opened it and seen it. She saw the messages of us, me and the rep, discussing how me and my wife were going through a rough phase and that sometimes I stay in the office as late as I can so that hopefully by the time I'm home she's asleep and I don't have to see her. Of course there's weird sexual stuff as well. Anyways, this just made our already messy relationship about 10x worse. We've not spoken in over a week, and it doesn't look like we're going to be speaking again anytime soon. Today I messed up because I told the veterinarian I was feeding my pup breast milk. So my pup is dying, but don't be sad as he's very old and has lived a great long happy life. We use a hospice vet who is awesome. He does quality of life stuff at first, then eventually euthanizes in home. Generally he's supportive through the last month or two of life. It costs a lot but it's really the best. So my dog's appointment is Tuesday. Again, sad, but he's just so old and tired, and he's not eating a lot. The vet told me since it's the end of his life, food is free for all, no rules, whatever calories will sustain the dog through the weekend. So I wanted to ask the vet if he had any ideas for feeding, anything really high flavor, as dogs tend to have no appetite towards the end of life. I chose to tell him things I've already tried. I said that I tried cooked meat, a different dog food, puppy milk, and human milk. I meant milk that humans drink. Cow milk. Not human milk. When he texted me back and I realized my mistake, I wanted to die of embarrassment. Today I messed up by letting a hookup see my fucking hoarder's den of an apartment. So my ex and I broke up about 5 months ago. Unfortunately, we both live in a one-bedroom with both our names on it, and he still wants to get back with me. And I can't afford to move out. Anyway, fast forward to today, where I'm on a dating app to get over a guy I was briefly seeing after my ex. I speak to a cute gentleman who supposedly says he's 28 but I suspect he's much younger. Probably younger than I, 24F. He wants to come over and hook up. I immediately said no because I knew what my apartment looked like. It looks disgusting. A hoarder's den of trash and shit everywhere. Dirty clothes on the ground, carpets and rugs not vacuumed in months. I can't keep up with cleaning as I've been working non-stop to save up and get the fuck out. I knew it was disgusting so I said no. Hookup goes on and on about how it's not that bad and to just let him come by for a quick romp. Come on, you're so sexy, blah blah blah. Long story short, I said sure, just let me clean and shower so I can at least have some form of dignity. He said he would take 45 minutes to get to me. Guys, I was barely finished with the kitchen in that time and even then it still looks disgusting. This place needs a week straight of deep cleaning. And this poor asshole walks in expecting apparently something entirely different. Poor bastard. Anyway, brave soul he is, comes in anyway, willing to bust a nut. I take a quick shower because I'm disgusting, depression from living in this dump and working constantly. So he walks in and goes, it's not that bad. After busting a nut, I made a huge and terrible mistake. He gets sweaty and nervous, he starts acting weird, he's embarrassed, I'm embarrassed. He tells me he was wrong and this place is much worse than he realized and leaves. As I find my phone, I go to text him an apology, I find he unmatched me and blocked me. I am so fucking embarrassed and even more depressed than I was before LMAO. Today I messed up by telling my mom the stuff that squirts out when you first squeeze the ketchup looks like pre-cum. Context, my mom and I were not close while I was growing up, and TBH we still aren't. This was actually in 7th or 8th grade. My friends and I were eating lunch in the cafeteria and someone started squirting ketchup onto their food and someone said that looks like pre-cum and everyone laughed. I kinda chuckled to seem like I knew what they meant. But I had no clue what they meant and thought pre-cum was a word related to something mundane, but that it was supposedly funny. Very sheltered, I know. Anyway, later that week I was eating dinner with my mom, dad, and sister and I don't remember what we ate, but ketchup was part of it. My mom started squeezing the ketchup bottle and the red, liquid white part started coming out. I laughed a little bit and pointed to it. That looks like pre-cum. She looked at me kind of puzzled and then pretended like I didn't say anything. I was sad that the joke didn't land, but I chalked it up to her maybe not being in a good mood. When I found out what pre-cum actually was a year or so later, I remembered that conversation with my mom and was so mortified. About 12 years after that initial conversation, I brought it up to her to see if she remembered. I hadn't seen her laugh that hard in a long time. Apparently she didn't even remember that conversation. I couldn't believe it. I was so embarrassed for so long and she didn't even remember the conversation.